Hello guys, good morning to all. I Sambhu sir. Welcome in my YouTube channel Sambhu sir English classes. Through this new video, I shall teach you new poem, A Tiger in the Zoo. A Tiger in the Zoo. Very interesting, didactic, related to nature. Okay, is being described by me. So without delay, let us move towards the video. However, I would like to suggest all of you must subscribe the video so that you will be availed of whatever through this channel is provided to all of you. So look the video here. A Tiger in the Zoo. A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris. A modern poet. Okay, by Leslie Norris is a modern poet. A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris, a modern poet. The poet Leslie Norris, through this poem, wants to convey how a creature feels uncomfortable in case of being out of own nature. Means in this world, every creature, everything has its own nature in itself, and really it is found that in nature everything feels comfortable or happy. However, through Tiger, the poet wants to teach us, wants to convey how, keeping aside from own nature, the tiger feels. So first of all, we shall try to understand the basic meaning of all the stanzas. However, all the stanzas have been written in quatrain form. Quatrain form. I have already in last video clarified what is quatrain form. Written in 4 lines. A stanza in 4 lines. Quatrain form. He stalks in his BB the stripes. He stalks in his BB the stripes. The few steps of his cage. The few steps of his cage on pads of velvet, quiet in his quiet rage. However, everything is with the tiger. Everything is with tiger. The tiger is in own real natural form, no doubt. How the poet wants to clarify or describes the tiger in velvet, on velvet pads, in quiet range, walks. Okay. But major thing, in his quiet range means the tiger in the zoo. The tiger in the zoo, inside the walls, his real form, but internally he is not feeling well. He is not feeling well. Means the natural habitat of a tiger is jungle, forest. However, the zoo, or keeping inside the walls, he is not feeling well. He walks in his BB the straps, moves, no doubt. BB the straps, okay, in his BB stripes, okay. In his BB the straps, in his BB the straps. The few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet way. Walks but in not proper mood, not happily walks. Through this, first stanza has been clarified. Second stanza, he should be lurking. He should be lurking in a sliding through long grass. Means it is the nature of a tiger. Okay. To keep himself in the long grass or grassy land, where lurking he can prey, he can hunt his prey. It is the nature of a tiger. But he is not in that situation. He should be, however, the poet through a stanza advises, he should be lurking in shadow. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass. He should be lurking in shadow. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass. Sliding through long grass. Okay. Near the water hole. Near the water hole, where plump deer pass. Okay, plump deer. Fleshy deer should pass. Where fleshy deer pass. Okay, means the tiger must be at the place where there is a stream. There is a stream and fleshy deer comes to drink water, so that a tiger easily can hunt. Next stanza here, he should be snarling around houses. Furthermore, the poet wants to clarify or describe the movement of the tiger, action of the role of the tiger, how the tiger should roar around the houses near the jungle, showing big, fangs, showing his fangs, white teeth, aggressive, wearing his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the villagers. Means the tiger must roar among the villages nearby the jungles and try to feed the people of the village. But he's locked in a concrete cell. In next stanza or fourth stanza, the poet wants to describe the miserable situation of a tiger. How the tiger is compelled here to keep himself inside the concrete cell, inside the walls. But he is locked in a concrete cell. He is strength behind walls. Means he is strength behind walls, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Means how powerful a tiger is, being represented only inside the walls, not freely. So this stanza describes the compulsion of a tiger. He has everything, but compelled to show his strength, powers, as power is inside the walls. He is not interested among the visitors, among the people who come to visit him. At last the poet wants to describe the last moment, how at night, how and what the tiger does at night. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars. Patrolling cars means, okay, the patrolling cars, one who comes to watch him, listen the sounds carefully, and stares, look with his brilliant eyes, means beautiful eyes. The tiger looks the stars, okay, looks the stars, listening the patrolling cars. So you might have understood how, in spite of keeping everything okay, the tiger appears compelled to lead a short or miserable life. He hears the last voice at night, patrolling cars and visitors, but with brilliant eyes at the stars. Okay. So this was the basic meaning of all the stanzas in which the poet Leslie Norris describes a tiger's both situations. Okay. How it should be in natural form, natural habitat is jungle, and how in or behind the walls he looks. Okay. Now we shall study poetic devices, because I have already in last video clarified. To study poem is different from other means of a story, novels. Okay. Under poem, a reader has to search out poetic devices, techniques, whatever the poet has used, because most of the questions also relate to them. So, poetic devices is he stalks. Okay, he stalks. First here personification. Personified has been used because he personified. He has been used. A tiger has been used as human being. Any living or non-living thing denoted or clarified as human being, known as personification. Stalks, onomatopoeia. Okay, because this is the word which itself is able to clarify the meaning with sounds. Onomatopoeia. He BB the stripes, BB the stripes, sing do. Sing do. Okay. The few steps of his cage. Okay. The few steps of his cage. On pads of velvet, quiet. Okay. In his quiet range. Okay. Quiet range. Okay. However, repetition. Quiet and quiet. Repetition also known. Repetition. R-E-P-T-I-T-I-O-N. T-I-O-N. Repetition has also been, because the word has been repeated here. Repetition. Quiet rage. Okay, velvet quiet. BB the straps. Cage. Quiet. Here you will also find enjambment. Enjambment. Because there is no punctuation marks here. Okay, punctuation marks. In second, in next stanza, he should be lurking in. He should be lurking in shadow. Should and shadow. Okay. Also, same sounds. Alliteration. Alliteration here. Should and okay. Alliteration here with the same sound. Sliding through long grass near the water hole, where plump deer pass. Okay. He should be a snarling around housing. He should be a snarling around the housing. Okay. A snarling around. Okay. At the jungle's edge, wearing his white fangs. His. Okay. Clutch. His. Okay. Terrorizing the village. He has locked in a concrete cell. Okay. He is strength behind wars. Okay. Stalking the length of his cage. Okay. Ignoring visitors. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars. Okay. And stares with his brilliant eyes at the stars. Okay. So, dear guys, in the first stanza, whatever the poetic devices have been used, that is enough to understand. Okay. That is enough. So in this way you might have understood a tiger in the zoo, how is symbolic. One who tries to keep oneself out of nature feels uncomfortable. So everyone, this is the message of this poem, everyone must try to keep yourself for your betterment, for your development in your own natural habitat, or live in your own nature. So you might have understood. Again meet you in new video. Okay. So at last I also say must try to subscribe for avail of prolific video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.